Hello, welcome to Emergen Labs. Today we'll be exploring how Newton's third law of motion works, and we'll show you some rad examples to better understand this amazing law. Let's put on our super swell safety goggles so we lower the chance of your brain exploding, and hop into the super cool force and motion vehicle and blast off.
First of all, what is the third law of motion? Newton states that every action has an equal and opposite reaction. This means that for an action that you put into an object, say for example a hammer pounding onto a nail, that nail will give a reaction to it being hammered. Let's look at some examples.
For example, when you pull an elastic band, it automatically comes back to its original state. The more you pull, the more force it generates. Same when you pull or compress a spring. The action is stored as energy and is released as a reaction with an equal and opposite force.
Let's say Emmeline and Budgenkor are in a fight, and they're in space. When Emmeline throws a punch, she hits Budgenkor, and Budgenkor flies back due to the force of Emmeline's punch. With the force Emmeline plays, she goes equally as far. This is the equal and opposite reaction. This works on land as well, but not as well because of friction.
Now, as you can see, I have this very long line of people. Let's push from the back and see what happens. As you can see, when I push the person in the back, they, instead of falling, they push the person in the front because that person was blocking their momentum. So therefore, instead of falling all the way down, they instead stopped. This repeated until we got to the last person who, since doesn't have anyone in front of them, they just fall down.
Another example is basketball. If we dribble the basketball, we exert force on the basketball. It goes downwards and hits the ground, and so the force we apply down goes up with an equal and opposite reaction, which moves the ball up. This shows how we dribble. Things like this make the bridge between science and sports.
Ever own a car? Probably, because we at Emergen Labs found out that just driving, something many adults do, also implements Newton's third law. Take this car for example. When we move the car forward, gas in the car goes through the back, and it keeps going back. Car designers know this and use it to their advantage. So next time you get in a car, you're going to be forceless at work.
Our last example is a simple swing. When you push forward on the swing, gravity gives a reaction of dragging you back down. This makes you repeat the process of swinging, where you constantly push yourself to go higher as gravity swings you back faster. It's when you stop pushing yourself that makes you lose your momentum and gradually slow down.
So there you've got it. Those are some examples of how Newton's third law works and that it exists. Hopefully you've learned at least one thing from this video, and if you made any mistakes, feel free to correct us. Join us next week at the next episode of Emergen Labs. Disclaimer, there may not be another episode of Emergen Labs. Disclaimer, none of the scientists at Emergen Labs are to blame for any injury that occurs while watching the TV Tubular Show weekly.
Yay.